So I've had these crayons sitting around for a while now, and I've been meaning to do a project with them. And then this morning, while lying in bed, I come up with a great idea. Now we all know that the resin I use likes to give off a fair bit of heat. And I thought, you know what? I reckon I could use that to my advantage. Gee, I kind of wish I didn't tip all these out. So like I said before, the resin that I use likes to give off a lot of heat, and we know that if we apply heat to crayons, they melt. And then I thought, how cool would it be if we add potcam into the equation? That way we get to see exactly what happens to the crayons when the resin heats up. My first thought was to leave the crayons whole like this, but then I really want to increase our chances of a nice cool effect. So I thought, why not grate them? I went straight to the kitchen drawer, pulled out the grater, and that's when Nicole stepped in and said, "You're not using that." So I said, alright, and I went and bought my own. So I was thinking this grater has 4 different sides to give 4 different types of shavings. So I'm going to try a bit of each, that way it'll give us our best chance of it working. Let's hope I don't lose any flesh. Don't want to add any of that to the resin. It's working pretty good. It's a bit like grating a carrot. Let's try another side. This one's given us some good shavings. Alright, let's give this side a go. Although I feel this one may just leave it a bit pulpy. Actually, no, I've changed my mind. I quite like it. Alright, I feel like I've got a good range of shapes and colours. So now the next thing I'm going to do is get my resin ready. Gee, I can understand why Nicole didn't want me to use our good one. Before I forget, I need to spray some mould release. To get myself a 4-inch blank, I need to pour 1 litre of epoxy. Now that's way above the recommendation for this product, and that's why I generate so much heat. It's now time to put the crayons in, and to be completely honest, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I don't know whether they'll just sink straight to the bottom, sit halfway, or even just float on top. Wow, how cool does that look? Now I need to get a move on, it's starting to get warm already. But what I want you guys to do is pause this video and go leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think's going to happen. Do you think it's actually going to work, or do you think it's just going to turn into a brown mess? I really hope this doesn't look like brown soup. Well, that's not really what I expected. I mean, it's not bad. I guess in my head I kind of pictured explosions of colour, a bit like fireworks. But it's still good. You can see on top here where all the wax just rose to the top. Now I've just got to figure out what I'm going to make with it. So I've had to think about it, and I think I'm going to turn this into an orb. And the main reason behind that is the colour reminded me of a Dragon Ball. And then once I've finished the orb, I think I'll make a light up stand for it. So I've been thinking about this stand and I want to keep it fairly simple. I've got some crayons here and I've arranged them inside of a cup. They flare out at the top so when I put the orb on there it won't roll off. I've then got some epoxy resin that I'll add some pigments to. We'll create some nice colours. I'll pour about an inch in the bottom here and then once it's set I'll drill a hole and I'll be able to put in the LED light. The colours I'm going to use for this one is Paradise Blue, Magic Orange, Magic Indigo, and one of my favourites, Peacock Shimmer. Now I am worried about the structural integrity of these crayons, so when I pour, I'm actually going to pour over the top, and hopefully where these gaps are, they may fill in a little bit. Okay, so I'm now going to leave this to set and we'll check on it a bit later. I've now got my LED fixed in place, so now I'm going to mix up some white UV resin, pour over the top, that way you won't see it. Before you check out this awesome orb, I need to let you guys know that there won't be a new video next week. That's because Nicole and I will be at Heron Forbes performing live demonstrations. So for anybody in Southeast Queensland that wants to come down and say hello, we'll be at Heron Forbes, Coopers Plains, and we'll be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, every day from 10 till 2. Now let's check out this awesome orb. I reckon you'll be pleasantly surprised. Well, that's all for this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. Stay safe everyone and I'll see you next time.